So since we're on the topic of Black Lives Matter, let's discuss Breonna Taylor and how everyone feels about that situation and about how I don't feel like there's anything being done. Even though the FBI is involved, I don't know that anything will actually be done.
Well, you already know how the narrative goes. Like, every time when something like that happens, you already know as a black person, they always got to, like, figure out, like, dig up some dirt on them in the past. Or what they had in the past. Oh, this Breonna Taylor had a boyfriend was a drug dealer. It's like, all right, but she was also a cop.
She was also sleeping.
Yes.
In her bed.
Yes.
She's the MC.
Yeah.
Working in the ER.
Yeah, working in the ER, and like she falls asleep, and they had a no-knock warrant where she gets shot 8 times.
Okay, so with the no-knock warrant, I've been hearing that they were at the wrong house.
The person they was looking for was already in custody. He was already in custody. He's been in custody, I think, a couple of days before the warrant was executed. So he was already locked up.
No one checked.
No information was updated, apparently. Like, somebody forgot to sign the paperwork, update the paperwork. That's just how it goes. But then on top of that, I think the police lied about it, though.
Oh.
Yeah, they lied on the report, the initial report, when they engaged with the dude, because the boyfriend was licensed to carry. Mm-hmm. You figure you're in bed, you're knocked out, somebody's pounding on the door, and he already knew the situation with her ex-boyfriend and the type of dude he was.
Okay.
So he was kind of, annoyed.
Yep.
But somebody knocking on your door, he's thinking it's the ex-boyfriend, and they come busting through the door. He's licking shots. They shooting back at her, but the biggest concern was one of the detectives on the other side was blindly shooting. He let off like at least 10 rounds.
Oh, and
a couple of them went through a neighbor's apartment. That's how blindly he was shooting. And I think that's the part that they was trying to lie about.
Yeah.
And I think that's what lit her up, was how he was shooting blindly.
Yeah.
And then she bled out right there because she didn't die right away. It took them a couple of minutes before they even decided to look at her and give her some kind of medical attention. One of the police officers got wounded. They got him taken care of real quick, but
obviously
the boyfriend was begging and pleading, like, yo, help her, yo. And they was like, all right, whatever. So it's crazy.
It's pretty sad, yeah. And again, I've seen those posts about Breonna Taylor, but those who basically died at the hands of cops in general, like the posts I see on like Facebook, like whoever's like doing trolling on it, they are like terrible.
What do you mean?
Like I told you, there's people that go on there, and I think I told you guys when we talked yesterday, I said that there was when Michael Brown had passed away. He died.
That's right.
Man had said, we just need to dig up his body and shoot him again and dig him back and put him back in, which was just terrible. And people are basically saying like the dude was a thief, and I'm like, okay, he was a thief. He supposedly stole something, but think about this, like that doesn't give you the right to shoot a guy 7 times in his back and 1 in his face. It just doesn't make sense. Plus, the man was dead. He actually laid on the ground 4 hours and 30 minutes before he even was picked up. Not even by EMT. Somebody picked him up and put him inside of an SUV and rolled him to the medical examiner's office.
That's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand
terrible.
that.
I didn't know that.
When he got shot, he originally he got shot walking down the middle of the street. Originally, the cop said that he got shot right in front of him. But where he actually died, he died 150 feet away. So basically, he got shot in his back. So how can somebody be like up front shooting at you if like you're like 150 feet down the street? Doesn't make sense. He basically lied.
And got away.
He got away with it. Yeah.
And got away with
originally.
That's the biggest thing right there.
And they basically were saying that he stole out of a convenience store, which wasn't true.
That part I kept hearing.
So it wasn't true. What happened was that he actually sold some weed on the side. What happened was there was a store clerk the night before basically had a box of cigarillos, and he basically was going to leave him a box of cigarillos. What happened was he came in the next, Mike Brown came in the next day in the store and he actually took the box that he had. But what happened was the store clerk didn't let the guy know in the next shift that he had those.
So to him it looked like
so it looked like he was, but he wasn't, right. So also they allegedly said that he was selling crack. Turned out he wasn't. they said he had a white substance in his pocket. It turned out, you know what it was? It was rap lyrics. That's all it was. Plain and simple, it was rap lyrics that he was actually writing down. And they basically said that he was actually selling drugs.
My thing is this:
crazy.
Say all of the allegations on him was true. Say he did steal the box of cigarillos, and say he did have some crack. Right. That's not an automatic death sentence right there, yo. That's the crazy.
Yeah, I just look at it. They look at any way to assassinate your character.
Yeah, every time.
Any way to assassinate your character to make you look like that you ain't worth shit.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, and the cop apparently. The cop basically was trying to figure out a way to come up with like a story for him to like justify him basically being shot. He said that the guy reached inside his car and tried to. And I'm like, come on, like.
He probably got with his union rep too, because the unions be protecting these dudes too.
It's like a brotherhood.
So his union rep was like, "Yo, say he reached in the car, right? And then as you were trying to walk backwards, he too was walking backwards, and that's how he got shot in the back because the law."
That don't even make no sense, though.
You know what I'm saying? But they swear to God that this is how it happened, and for whatever reason they believed it because they overturned those convictions.
Nobody's saying it didn't happen like that. So like
they overturned it though. They got off.
Terrible.
So in the Breonna Taylor case, if that was recorded,
like on body cam or like recorded
one of these cell phones or body cam, I think it'd be a different result. I think it'd be totally different.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can see physically. Just the people that were there can see it. But all this other stuff that it's been going on lately, you can see it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Even nowadays, I personally don't even think it makes a difference.
I don't feel like it really does.
It just does, right. I mean, it's useless now, pretty much.
Because look at what happened with Aubrey. Happened in February, and the footage just came out in May or June. What's his face, Floyd? A couple of days later, they decided to fire them first instead of and then they had the debate on whether or not we're going to press charges. Why not arrest them and then have that debate like you do everybody else? Arrest them, and then we'll figure out the charges, and we'll do this. Then let's get them off the street. So even with the footage, man, there's still an element of suspect.
No, it's definitely suspect, but I look at it as like people only react to stuff when they see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all about like if you don't have if you put people putting pressure on you because they have the evidence and they see it, everyone sees it.
It's clear.
So it's like I seen this happen. Why aren't you doing anything? Even in the videos, you have your knee on his neck. Get up, get off from those type of things. But in her case, I'm not justifying anything, but if it was on video, it'd be a totally different story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it'd probably been like same results and the same slow poke, but everyone's seen it.
The heat would have been definitely.
I feel like it would probably be a bit different just because of what time we're at right now. When it comes to that stuff. I think if, like you said, if it was actually like recorded, it would have been like, you know what, not today. Like let's just go.
Exactly.
So like
Do you feel like they would have arrested the officers
I believe
involved,
so.
or like put them on like administrative leave or whatever?
And eventually they would have. They wouldn't have been a right quick thing though. Eventually they would have probably got held accountable, but it's not a right quick thing. If it was one of us, would have been case over. That's the messed up thing. If it was one of us, a non-complexion, would have been case over. But that's the messed up thing is they always get the benefit of the doubt. Okay, well, we're going to put you on paid administrative leave. No, you killed somebody. We need to do more than that until we figure out what the next step is. But now you're going to have you sit behind the desk while we work this out. So you still working and getting paid while they're making funeral arrangements for the person you killed, whether or not you were justified or not. You still have an opportunity to eat. It's crazy. But if it was one of us,
I think her case is a typical case that goes on in America.
It's just this one was brought to the light.
Yeah, I think it's a typical case, man. And that's sad. Like, and that process is sad. Like, these officers are out here just, not being held accountable for anything.